So with learning music the way you're learning music, what is the hardest thing that you learn about learning music?
The hardest thing to learn for me was not, it's not the music. The music is pretty easy. Like I said, I'm good with replicating sound. I'm a lover of sound. So when I listen to things or I listen to music, I'm not listening to the words. I'm always listening to the sounds. And so for me, the hardest thing was being original, trying to put my own twist on things instead of replicating what somebody else did. Because for the longest time, man, like when I first started, I just wanted to be like Jimi Hendrix. I wanted to play like Jimi Hendrix. I wanted to sound like Jimi Hendrix. But over time, it took me a long time to realize, and I kind of wish I would have realized it sooner, that it's not going to be beneficial for me to try to copy somebody's style versus making my own. So originality is key. And so that was one of the hardest things for me to learn, was just to try to be myself musically. So, and to put my own ideas out there and to not follow what somebody else is doing. Because in the music world, it's really easy to get influenced by what other people are doing. And it's easy to lose yourself too. So you lose that originality, and you just, I didn't want to sound like everybody else. That was the thing for me. So yeah, being original was
So
probably the hardest thing to learn, for sure.
so when did you know that you can play music without reading music notes?
Seventh grade. Yeah. So remember I told you I wanted to be like Jimi Hendrix. So I would listen to Hendrix all the time, and I would listen to what he was doing. I was watching what he was doing, and then I found out that I could do that. Like I could replicate that, and so that sparked my interest for guitar. I've always been a music lover, but specifically guitar since about seventh grade, and so that has been one of the main ways I express myself musically. 4 years old, I went to Elvis Presley's house in Graceland, and I got my first acoustic guitar.
Wow.
So I've always had a guitar for nearly my entire life. It's always something that's been there and been there for me. There's been a lot of tough times that music has definitely gotten me through, and I'm sure as well as other people as well. Music is a powerful thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
seventh is when I realized that, hey, I can actually do this, and I didn't really feel like I was meant to do much else. I understand that we have to do what we got to do in the world that we live in, but it's rare when people get to actually do what they love to do.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
And it's important too, man. I mean, if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right? That's what they say.
Yeah. Yeah. I've definitely heard that growing up.
Yeah. But I think there's truth to
I
that.
just read all different.
There's truth to that.
Yeah, 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 it definitely is. You always gotta learn what you do, no matter what type of job you have, you gotta love what you do.
Yeah. Otherwise, why do it? You know what I mean? Why do
Yeah.
it if you don't love it?
So what instrument was easy for you to, hear by ear, play by ear?
Well, if we're talking instruments, drums was the one that was easiest for me to learn by ear. Really, that's just drum set is more just keeping a tempo, keeping a beat. There's not too much else that you're gonna hear in a drum set that's gonna kind of throw things off. It's really easy to get thrown off by guitar. You might hit a string by accident that you didn't mean to hit, and it happens all the time. So yeah, drums was the easiest one to learn by ear, and the next to that was guitar. And if I had to pick one after that, it'd probably be piano, definitely. But I mean, I took band in school, so I started off with that real young. And I played every instrument in band that I could. I didn't just stick to one instrument. I like to bounce around from instrument to instrument. So I mean, I played tuba, trombone, percussion, timpani, drum set, guitar, bass guitar, keyboards, xylophone, all of that stuff. And guitar is what stood out most to me. It's very expressive. So and it's more expressive when you can
Okay.
make uh, if you can talk through the instrument, it's more expressive that way, which for me, guitar was easiest to do that with. So, yeah.